Our focus today is on grounding down to rise up. So in yoga, what this means is basically connecting with our roots, right? So the lower, stable, heavier parts of our body and really connecting with our foundation, because it's from that foundation that we can feel safer, get stronger, and then rise up through the crown of the head, through the upper body, and get some openness here. But first we have to work on that stability piece, right? When you're feeling wobbly, when you can't really feel your feet on the ground, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to go into a balancing standing position like tree or half moon, because you're not really focused on that energy that needs to be grounded down below you in order for you to really rise up safely. And so that's the focus today, grounding down to rise up. We're going to start with a few rounds of bellows breath just to clear some space, help you transition from whatever you were doing before you step to your mat and whatever might be happening next, so that you can come to the present, be here now for the next several minutes. So we'll start with this breath. I'll back up to show you here. So you're going to use a hand position here, and that hand position is extending the arms up overhead, and then palms come back down to the shoulders and fists. It's a forceful inhale and exhale through the nose. You can practice with the eyes closed. You can watch me for a couple of rounds and then go ahead and join. And again, forceful inhale and exhale through the nose. It's not uncommon that you might need a tissue after doing a few rounds of this breath, so maybe go ahead and locate that for yourself too. So we'll go ahead and begin. I'll keep count. We'll do about 15 to 20 rounds whenever you're ready. 3 more. Last one. Keeping the hands and fists, let the knuckles rest either beside your chair or on the floor, feeling something beneath you connected to the earth. The eyes soften or close if you're comfortable with that. The breath return to a natural pace. Practice a mantra to simply encourage you to become present and start connecting with that sense of grounding down. Your next inhale, let your awareness shift to the crown of your head, mentally repeating to yourself, I am. Your exhale, awareness shifts to the lower parts of the body, pelvis, feet, mentally repeating here. So the inhale, awareness shifts to the crown, I am. Exhale, awareness to pelvis, feet, here. Again, inhale, I am. Exhale, here. Go ahead and release the hands. You can keep the eyes closed or soft, and the palms come together. And here, go ahead and let the bottoms of the palms touch, and then the pinky fingers and the thumbs will touch. So you can look up here to see that I'm in Lotus Mudra right now. Fingers spread wide, hands open to the sky. And Lotus Mudra symbolizes this grounding down to rise up. A lotus floats above the muddy waters, but its roots are firmly grounded into the earth. And it's from that dark place that it rises up and opens up to lightness. Just taking a few breaths here. Begin to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat, making the sound of the ocean. As you sit here in a symbolic gesture, hand position, see if you can start to bring your awareness to the parts of the body that are touching the earth beneath you. See where you can start to feel grounded, stable. And as the practice goes on, observing where you feel lightness. Maybe it's through the crown of the head. Maybe it's the shoulders soften. Subtle, simple shifts in energy, melting away of tension. Pause here. See if there's an intention you'd like to set for your practice. And maybe it's simply that mantra of I am here. The fingertips come to touch. Gently bow to yourself. Take a breath in and out. And release the fingertips, release the hands, blink the eyes open, and find your way to your mat. Once you're on your mat, we'll begin on the back. So a great way to build our foundation is from the ground up. So find your way to the mat, knees bent, and then just hug knees into chest, a little rock side to side, maybe some circles. Eventually plant the left foot into the mat, that knee can be bent, hug the right knee into the chest. Again, maybe a little bit of wiggling around, just feeling out. These first few movements are simply to take stock of what's going on in the body as it is today, whatever you came to the mat with. Go ahead now and interlace fingers behind that right thigh, extend the right foot to the ceiling. And this right leg already is cultivating that sense of strong stability, like you're planting the right foot on the ceiling. Like you're standing on the ceiling with that foot. So right toes are flexed toward the face. It's gonna intensify the stretch down the leg. Keep the shoulders on the ground here though. So really focusing all of this stretch in the back of that leg. You can extend the left leg long. From here, and if you have a strap or a towel, you can also use that around the foot. Otherwise, I'll demonstrate without those props, just assuming you don't have any of those things. You're going to begin to slowly open that right leg off to the side, and you can use your right hand, kind of elbow on the floor, right palm is being used as a little bit of a support for that right leg that's opening up, and then encouraging that left thigh to stay on the mat. And then find your breath once again. So return to that Ujjayi breathing. And again, notice right here, where are you grounded? Maybe it's the back, right? Keeping the back body on the mat. It's your foundation. Where can you begin to open, soften? Let that leg come back to center, and from here, cross that leg over the body. You can extend the right arm long, maybe gaze over right fingertips. And unwinding back to center. And then slowly release that leg down to the mat. Pause here, reset, breath in and out. Cultivating that present moment awareness. I am here. Feel the whole back body on the floor beneath you. And then begin to bend the knees, hug the left knee into the chest. We'll take the same sequence on this side. So a little bit of movement. And eventually interlace hands behind the left thigh, and like you're standing on the ceiling with the left foot, toes flexed toward the face. At any time you can extend that right leg long. Again, tuning in, feeling your roots here, your stability. So even if that leg is shaking as you hug it in toward the chest or towards the face, can you find that sense of stillness? From here, we'll begin to open up that leg, this time using the left hand as a support, keeping that right thigh grounded to the mat. Dipping into that sensation of opening the pelvis, hips. And bringing it back to center, and then taking the twist. So right leg extends. Extend the left arm, maybe gaze over the left fingertips. So you Deepen the stretch as you see fit. And be moving out of your comfort zone, knowing that this won't last forever. As you begin to bring that leg back to center, another breath in, and then slowly allow that leg to descend back down. Once both feet are to the mat, go ahead and plant the feet, and we'll just windshield wiper the knees back and forth a couple times. And find the knees so that they're pointing to the sky. From here, we'll take about 4 passes at a dynamic bridge pose. So inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, reverse the direction, lower everything back down. Again, inhale, scooping everything up off the mat, including arms. Exhale, seeing if you can get the limbs to touch back down at the same time. Coordinating your breath with movement. And taking one more pass. And from here, hug the knees into the chest. Roll over to one side. And then press yourself into a tabletop position. From tabletop right into cat-cow, setting up that strong foundation. So toes curled under, hips over knees, fingers spread wide, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, drop the belly, extend the heart and chest forward, gaze lifts or eyes can be closed. Exhale, curl everything in. Inhale, extend heart and chest forward. Exhale, curling everything in. 3 more times, your own breath. See if you can listen to your exhale. And again. This time, pause and table. Walk the hands further out in front and find your first downward facing dog. Any movements here that feel good, pedal through the feet. Bend one knee and then the other. Eventually, gaze lifts, taking as many steps as you need. We'll walk the feet forward and through between the hands, meeting at the top of the mat, standing forward fold. Shake the head and neck. Dump the thoughts, release the contents of the mind. And as you're doing that, see if you can keep a little bit of awareness on the feet beneath you. Plant the palms and the shins. Inhale, gaze lifts halfway. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll all the way up to a standing mountain position. Roll the shoulders a couple times. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, shifting the hips over. Breathing into the left side body. Once again, bring your awareness to both feet beneath you on the mat. Inhale back to center and switching your grip, taking the other side. And back to center. If you have a block, you're going to grab it and place it above the knees between the thighs. If you don't, perfectly fine. You're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, sink into chair. If you have that block, hugging into the block. If you don't, just lifting all 10 toes. See if you can ground a little bit more deeply to the heels, and then you can release the toes back down. Another breath in. Exhale, fold, release. You can remove the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and step all the way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, step the right foot forward and through between the hands. And from here, we're going to go ahead and lower the back knee, walk the hands up towards the hips, and just take some movement. Any movement here, a little bit of connection with the breath, a little bit of just waking up the body and these lower limbs. I encourage you to have that left toe curled under if you can for that extra support. And from that low lunge, pause, plant the fingertips on the mat and lift that back knee. This time we're going to spin that back foot down and rise all the way up to warrior two. Putting a little bit of weight in the outer edge of that back foot, gaze over the right fingertips, bending into the right knee. Flip the palms to the sky and breathe. Palms flip to the sky gives you a little bit of this opening and lightness across the upper body. And yet this is a very grounding pose, right? So we're in a bit of a lunge or squat position, that right leg. Both feet are planted on the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands into lotus mudra, bending back into warrior two. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, both feet face forward this time in forward fold, wide-legged. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, go ahead and walk back into that low lunge, right side. Plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. And this time, we'll go ahead and step the left foot forward and through between the hands. Go ahead and lower that back knee. Take a little bit of movement in that low lunge. Check in here, see where you can soften. Right, so grounding down doesn't mean over-efforting. It's more about carrying with you a sense of presence. I am here. And then pause, plant the fingertips, curl the back toes, lift the back knee, and find warrior two. Bending into the left knee, gaze over the left fingertips, lift the palms to the sky. And here you are once again, other side. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, lotus mudra, bending back into that left knee. Inhale, extending everything up. Exhale, spinning both feet forward, and we'll take a forward fold. And again, just let the head and neck hang. Balancing that turning out, opening up, and turning inward. Go ahead and fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and this time walk the hands over to the left. Plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, rock the weight forward into plank, pause. Exhale, down dog. 2 more times like that. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, feel your strength. Exhale, down dog. Slowly lower to the knees and sink back into a child's pose. From this child's pose, go ahead and shift the hips forward. And find downward facing dog once again. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly, tops of the feet flat. Palms beside the chest. 3 passes at cobra here. Inhale, shoulders onto the back of the body. Press the heart and chest forward. Your exhale to lower. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, lower. This time, feel your strength coming from your connection, your roots, body on the mat. Inhale, rising up from that stability. Exhale, lower. Go ahead and rest on the right ear or cheek, extend the right arm out, and then roll over the right shoulder. Take another breath in and out, rinsing out that shoulder. Go ahead and move to the other side. Left arm extends out, left ear to the mat. Rolling over the left shoulder. And finding your way back to center. Plant the hands, curl the toes, make your way all the way back to downward facing dog. And from down dog, go ahead and walk the feet forward, meeting at the top of the mat, slowly rising up. Setting up a strong mountain pose here. Roll the shoulders. Feel the inner and outer edges of the feet. Feel like there's roots growing out from the soles of the feet, digging you 1,000,000 miles into the earth, and it's from that long line of energy out through the crown of the head. Shifting a little bit of weight into that left foot. We're taking tree pose, so left foot on the ground, right toes like a kickstand below the knee or above the knee, not on the knee though. Important here is to find a dristi, or in yoga, that's just called dristi, meaning gazing point, place to focus. Find a place that's not moving. So probably not somebody else, probably not a bird. Could be a couple feet in front of you on the mat. And maybe bring the palms together, maybe opening up the hands into Lotus Mudra. Find your breath. If you fall out of the pose, perfectly fine and normal, just coming right back in. Important here is to reset that focus to that left foot. Like it has a magnetic connection to the floor beneath you. You could move it, but it would be hard. It's heavy. And from that, you're growing taller. There's lightness. And slowly release, shake it out. We'll take the other side. So right foot firmly rooted. Find your balance there, and then taking your position. Maybe once again taking Lotus Mudra, or if there's a different position, you can extend the arms up overhead. Another breath here. You're standing firmly on the floor beneath you, just like when we started that right foot or left foot. We're standing on the ceiling. Same sensation, but there's a floor beneath us now. Slowly release. Shake it out. Just moving through one flow. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, open mouth, exhale, fold into yourself. Plant the hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Option to move through plank. Lower to the belly. Find your back bend. Eventually meeting in down dog. In down dog, again, if you have a block or something that you can squeeze between the thighs, go ahead and place that there. You might need to lower your knees down first to put that block. Breathing in and out. Another breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the knees. Go ahead, remove a block if you had it there. Sink back into child's pose, connect the forehead with the floor. And then slowly walk the hands back toward the body. Finding a comfortable seated position. And we'll conclude here with a couple rounds of balanced breathing or alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. So that's going to be using the thumb and the ring finger, bend the first two fingers, or the index finger, middle finger. Exhale all of the air, and then close off the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale left. Close off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close it off and exhale left. Inhale. Close off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close it off and exhale left. One more time, inhale left. Close it off, exhale right. Inhale right. Close it off, exhale left. Release the hands. Feel the palms of the hands face down in the thighs in any seated position that you'd like to take here. The eyes soften or close, crown of the head lifts to the sky, just letting the energy, the body settle. The shoulders relax. Three times, inhaling awareness to the crown of the head, I am. Exhale awareness to pelvis or feet here. We'll take the mudra, lotus mudra once more. Inhale, awareness to crown of the head, I am. Exhale, awareness to pelvis, feet here. Last time, inhale, awareness to crown of the head. Exhale, awareness to pelvis and feet here. And pausing in honor of your practice, getting grounded, rooted, so that you can rise up even to the rest of your day a little bit more open, physically, mentally. The palms come together, bowing to yourself, a breath in and out. Namaste.